What's going on, everybody? Justin here again. Hey, just left from a service call that I got where the homeowner talked about half of the receptacles in the living room quit working, and they had problems with other receptacles outside. So I went by this afternoon, checked it out, and just kind of want to share what we found. So in the living room, first part of the circuit's working, and then it stops at one receptacle where the lamp's plugged in, and then the rest of it down the line feeding the rest of the living room quit working. And so went in, saw which one was still on, which one was off, and wound up finding this one here. When taking it apart, this one was working, but everything downstream of it was not. And then so on one side, smaller slot is the hot side, and then the bigger side is the neutral side. So when you open it up and look, this is what the terminals are supposed to look like. Try to focus in. So you'll have your set screws. See if I get it to focus. Okay, there we go. So you have your set screws where your conductor goes around and then hooks back in the clockwise rotation, like when you tighten the screw. Screws, everything's fine. But if you look, this part here is a little bit deformed on the neutral. So whenever I pulled it out of the box, you can see it's melted. Okay, this screw here was the neutral connection that went down the line to the rest of the circuit. So you can see the indent at the tip of the screwdriver that goes around right through here. And then it was loose, and it was carrying the load as a return, for lack of better terms. It was a return path for the circuit, and so it's carrying the same load as what the hot side is. So everything that was being carried here was on a loose connection and overheated. See, there's no, you can see where it's melted here, and then so it's melted there, and then bubbled over on the white part here, because over here you can see how it's pretty square and defined, and then here's where it melted. Okay, so that loose connection there caused everything downstream to quit working. When I tested it, we had voltage at it, but not a complete circuit. And then something similar outside, the back patio receptacle quit working, and this is that one. You see a common deal, that it was deformed and melted here. I couldn't even get my tester in there because it was so melted down. Now, it didn't cause any kind of problems on the terminals. It was just corroded from just being outside and stuff of that nature, but there was nothing melted down. But it began to do this here. So the main reason that I'm sharing this is that if you start having problems in your home with your receptacles and things aren't working anymore, if you see things that are deformed and bubbled here on the faceplate, and then this one was ever so slightly, but just a little bit here on that neutral side, it could be because of a loose connection where the wires actually terminate to the receptacles. So at that point, quit using that part of it. Call your electrician, Creighton Electric preferably, and get it checked out, because though this just severed internally to where it stopped the circuit and it wouldn't carry any more load on the compromised connection, these have happened before where it is so bad that this just melts down completely, and it can get cherry red and it becomes a fire hazard. So anytime there's a loose connection, whether it's at a device, a switch, a light fixture within a panel board, it can become a fire hazard. So anytime you do start seeing things melting down, get it checked out. Don't wait for it, and then have somebody come by and check it out, because you don't want it to go much further than what it is right here. All right, just kind of a little public service announcement about proper electrical connections and things to look out for. So everybody, have a great day.